another edition of Every Day with Your Computer, the easiest and best practices. My name is The Cox. Every Day with Your Computer is a vision of Dynamic Technologies to empower you with all that you need to be able to optimize, maximize, and efficiently utilize your computer. We have been on to many things on this program, and if you have not been following us from when we started, you can get on our Facebook page, Twitter, and YouTube as the handles scrolls on the screen. And just go through what we have been doing. You can download the videos on YouTube. You can visit our Facebook page and submit whatever you are going through on your PC, and we'll help you to be able to resolve most of those issues or help you out. Today on Every Day with Your Computer, there's something I want to take you through, and it has been all over the world and all over the internet, all over the country, where there's something that is called ransomware. It's a kind of virus, kind of malicious program that when it infects you, it can encrypt. The worst of it can encrypt all the files on your computer, and it can make your life very miserable. You know, they will ask you to pay a certain ransom to be able to get back what they have been able to take from you, because there's basically nothing you can do about it once they take over your computer. But today on Every Day with Your Computer, I want to take you through on most of those things that you can do, to be able to keep you ready or to be able to keep you safe from ransomware. And if you happen to be infected, some few measures that you could take to be able to either recover your files or take back your computer, restore your computer to a day that it was working better. So let's take a break. When I'm back, I'm going to take you through on the things that you can do to be able to mitigate the effect of ransomware anywhere around your computer.
Do you want to rent, lease, or buy a property that suits your taste, style, and budget? The search is made easy. Simply log on to acrema.dynetng.org and start your search. Our realtors include Cass Uford Consult, Victor Mpong and Associates, Gersh Henshaw and Co., Neliani Properties, John Isangedigi and Associates, and many more. With Acrema Realty, your search is quick and stress-free. For more inquiries, please call 0808 5606 088. You can also follow us on Twitter at Acrema_Realty or like us on Facebook at Acrema Realty. Acrema Realty, bridging real estate gaps.
Welcome. It's good to have you again with me today on Every Day with Your Computer. And today we are looking at what ransomware is, how you can keep yourself safe from ransomware. We're going to look at how we can be able to keep our PCs safe from ransomware, and how you can be able to recover yourself if you get to be infected. Now, ransomware is just a virus, just like every other virus, but it's more dangerous. I want to tell you most of those practices that you can do to keep yourself out of ransomware. Number one, have a good antivirus. A good antivirus will keep you safe from infections. Without ransomware, the thing is that it won't even have the opportunity to jump into your computer. Not even talk about replicating and encrypting your files. So have a good antivirus. Stop using free antiviruses. It will save you a whole lot of stress. Number two, always make sure that your files or you have an external hard drive where you are backing up files. Number three, make sure that you keep your browser clean. When I say keep your browser clean, that means that periodically delete your history. You should avoid unnecessary add-ons. Like things like Firefox that have extensions. You can extend its capability. You can add this plugin, add that plugin, and make it more robust. Keep yourself out of most of those add-ons. because they will open doors for infection to come into your computer. Do not open file attachments that are in emails that are sent to you that you never expected that email. Even if it's from someone you know, even if it's someone that is a relation to you, do not open any attachment in that email, because a hacker could have hijacked that email and sent you that email. So you must, before you open an attachment, there must have been a previous communication between you and the person that is sending the mail to you, so that once you look at the mail, you receive the mail, you can then know that the person has sent you the mail and download it and go through it. So keep yourself out of attachments, email attachment. Don't open it, and just once it comes in, just delete it. Unless there is a previous communication that something is about to be sent to you. Ransomware is a virus that comes in 3 variants. There's the first one that is called Scareware. The next one is called the Lockscreen viruses, and the last one is the Encrypters. The Scareware is not really that much of a challenge. The Scareware will scan your computer, populate it, and tell you have infections here and there. You have to go and buy this software to be able to keep yourself out of, certain kind of. It will just tell you different things like advertising a particular product, telling you that you have just scanned your computer, that have seen so many things, thousands of infections in your registry, thousands of infections in your hard drive. You have to go and buy this particular product. That's the Scareware. And it's actually deposited some things into your computer that is bringing up all those information. So all you have to do is to be able to run an antivirus. In such cases, a good antivirus will solve the problem. A good antivirus with a spyware inside will solve such problems. Number 2 is a Lockscreen virus. The Lockscreen ransomware will just lock your screen. No file is encrypted. It will just lock your screen. Your screen. It will deposit some files into your computer that will lock the screen. You cannot enter to do anything. You can't access your start bar. You can't access your start button. You can't access your task bar. You can't access nothing. And they will now give you an account number for you to go and pay and recover your computer again. Once you pay, they will now, they will just unlock your screen and you can go ahead and work. Such are very easy to navigate. You can easily navigate and solve such infections. The last one is the encrypters. The encrypters will encrypt every single file in your computer and will send the encryption key to the server of the hacker that wrote the script that is running on your computer. It will give you information that your computer has been encrypted, that you should go and pay certain amount of money to certain and they will just give you a place you can go and make, either to PayPal or something. You go and pay and they will recover the computer for you. Such is the most dangerous, and when it comes on you, the only solution most of the times is for you to reformat the computer. Before now, there were no decryptors. Once they encrypt, you cannot decrypt. Once they encrypt your files, you can't decrypt. All you have to do is either you pay the ransom or you reformat the computer. That's the only solution. And before they infect you like this, they must have studied you over time. They will not just dump that script in any computer. What they do is that they will make sure that they seek information from you over time to know if your system is worth the trouble. That means if you have that much data, if you're using it frequently, the script will relay information back to them to let them know, this computer is valuable. Because the value of your computer is not the price of its hardware. It is the data you have inside. They will know how much data you have before they deposit that script. They would have known that, look, you are valuable. So what they now do is that they will now deposit the script. They will deposit the script and they will take it over. So you'll not be able to use the computer again. And you can't afford to format it because of how much value your data is to you. You pay. So the encryptors are the most dangerous, and that's why it's making the news. If you've been listening to CNN and on most news these days, you will hear the ransomware is everywhere. Even my work here is to let you know, as an individual and as a company, how you can be able to keep yourself safe and resolve this kind of issues if you have it. Now, for Scareware and the Lockscreen ransomwares, all you have to do is to do an antivirus scan. For Scareware, you can easily scan, but for Lockscreen, you may not be able to scan. You may have to do a system restore. Now, this is what system restore means. System restore takes your computer back to a date that it was working well. That means that your files will remain, but your changes to your programs, updates, installations will not take effect, because we have reverted the computer back to a date when you do not have any infection. So what you need to do is to do system restore. Now, the first way for you to do system restore is within Windows. I'm assuming that maybe you have a Scareware and you're still able to access your Windows operating system. So what you now do is for you to go to your start menu. Go to your start menu, right click on My Computer if you are using Windows XP. But if you are using Windows 7 and 8 and even 10, all you have to do is open a folder, go to where you have this PC. Assuming you're using Windows 8.0, but if you're using Windows 10, I think Windows 10 is at least PC too. I don't know. I'm using Windows 8 right now. You go to this PC, you right click on this PC and click on Properties. Now it will open Properties of the computer. So what you now do is to click on Advanced System Settings. On one of the bars, you see System Protection. You see System Protection, so you click on System Restore. Now, it gives you a date for you to choose. Which date is best for you? You just pick a date and click on Next. When you click on Next, you restore the next steps will just start the recovery process and take you back to a date when your computer was working well. If you attempt to do this through Windows and you cannot, assuming that you have a lock screen and you cannot have access to Windows, you can do system restore through safe mode. How do you access safe mode? Restart the computer. When you restart the computer, press F8 continuously. Just keep pressing F8 until you have a recovery screen. When you get to the recovery screen, you will see different options. Pick on Save Mode with Command Prompt. It will load your Windows operating system without loading the drivers. So you can then from there run the same steps I have showed to you now. You can then run the system restore from there, and it restore your computer to a previous state. If you try to do this by going through safe mode and it's still not possible, because there are some infections that will even stop you from being able to access safe mode. Yes, there are many like that. So you can then go through, get the CD, the DVD of your Windows operating system. That's the DVD that was used to install your Windows operating system. When you get it, run the installation. That is, don't install don't do anything. Just put it into your drive. Be able to boot from that CD. How do you make yourself bootable from that CD? All you have to do is, after you must have restarted, different computers have different ways that you can be able to set your boot options. So when you have restarted the computer, you can then press Escape key. If your own doesn't work with Escape, you press the Delete. If it doesn't work with delete, you press I think F2. But any of these keys from escape down to delete will take you into your boot options. If you're using a laptop, you should be able to see that as you're booting the computer. They will tell you boot options or say BIOS or something. They will just show you such details. All I'm saying is that make sure that your CD drive is your first boot device. Your first boot device. When it becomes your first boot device, then this operating system will boot the computer. Your hard drive is there, your computer is there. When it boots, when it finishes booting, click on Repair My Computer. You see the option as it is on the screen. You see Repair My Computer, or you just see Repair or something. You will see Repair. As long as you're using Windows, you'll see Repair. When you click on that, it will give you options on what you can do to your operating system. If you're using when Windows XP will give you a command prompt, I think that's the default. But Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10 will give you several options on what you can do. Take that option, restore, and pick a restore point from there and run the system restore again and see if the effect of that virus has been removed. Then if it has been removed, then make sure that you have an antivirus, install it, scan the computer, and see if it solves your problem. So give that a try and get back to me and let me know what has been the result for you. If you have an encryptor, you have a very serious problem in your hand, but it has a solution. Now, depending on the variant, there are very many types of ransomware these days. Now, what I'm going to do for you right now, I'm going to take you to a website that has been developed on the internet by law enforcement agents and other security vendors. Now, what they do on that side is that it's called No More Ransom. No More Ransom. When you go there, you see many tools that you can use. So what happens is that when you are infected, you see the name of the virus. You see the name of the encryptor. If it's Lucky, you see the name Lucky. If it's Bart, you see the name Bart. So whatever variant it is that has come upon you, you can easily know what to do to be able to resolve it. So once they infect you, they will even give you an ID, so that when you communicate to them, you specify your ID and let them know, okay, this is your ID. You have a unique ID in their database, so that they will know, okay, this is this person, it is that person. So this is what you need to do if you have an encryptor. I want you to visit No More. I'm going to take you through to a website that is called No More Ransom. No More Ransom. Okay, you can see this is the website, nomoreransom.org. Okay, if you look at it, you will see where it says decryption tools. Can you see something that is called decryption tools? If you scroll to the bottom of that site, you will see different services that are supporting this. You see European Cybercrime Center, you see Polity, you see Kaspersky Laboratory, you see Intel Security, partnering with McAfee, you see Amazon Web Services, you see Barracuda. These are the people that are powering this website in order to keep you safe from ransomware. Click on decryption tools. Now, when you click decryption tools, it displays the number of tools that you can use to be able to resolve encryptions. You can see decryption tools. Now, if you scroll down, you see different tools that can be used. Now, the first one you see there is called Arachne Decryptor. Arachne Decryptor. That's the name of an encryptor, a ransomware that is actually infecting many files around the internet. So if you look at it very well, it says download is a tool made by Kaspersky Lab. So this tool can be able to de-infect every single trace, every single infection that is caused by Arachnid Decryptor. So this is very necessary if you must be kept safe. Now you can see it comes in different names: JAV, Xdata, Dama, Crisis, Gem. These are all names, but it falls into the category of Arachnid Decryptors. So all of these names you're seeing, once they encrypt your files, it comes with a particular name that falls in this category. So you look at the names that you see here. If it falls into this, if it falls into any of this, whether it's JAV, Xdata, down to Bitman, that means that is a Arachnid encryptor that can be decrypted by a Arachnid Decryptor. So if you still scroll down, you see a lot more, all the way down, many of them. This is information you cannot afford to take for granted. When you have ransomware, this site has given a whole lot of solution to ransomware. Before now, there was no decryption for ransomware. But thank God for technology. Thank God for the wisdom that God has given to man. And we have been able to have decryptors that can be used to solve the problem of ransomware. So, I don't have ransomware in my computer, so I'm not going to download any of these things. I'm not going to download any of this, but my work here is to let you know what you can do to be able to solve this problem. That's my work here. Okay, let me download this. I want to show you. I want to show you something that I want to see how it comes. That's the first thing. I want to see how this tool comes, if it's a bootable tool or if it's a tool that you can run within Windows. So I can tell you how you can be able to get it done before I start it. Alright. This is the file that is in my computer right now. So all you have to do is to use WinZip or WinRAR, right click and extract. I'm using 7-zip. Click on where you have extract Arachnid Decryptor. So just click on that and we'll extract it. Then when it does, you then click on Arachnid Decryptor. Okay, you can just see that it's an exe file and it doesn't require you to boot into your boot menu. If your ransomware allows you to access Windows, fine, you can run this tool. But if it doesn't, you have to take out your hard drive and slave it to a computer that is working. A computer that has an antivirus and is working, slave it there, then run this tool. This tool will scan every single file and decrypt it and restore your files back to you. So, as I'm assuming that you can't access Windows at all, they have been encrypted, they have blocked you, can't do nothing. Take out your hard drive, slave it to a computer that is working. Make sure you have an antivirus on that computer. When I mean slave, plug it, use an extensible cable, plug into your hard drive and connect to a computer that is working. If it's a desktop, just slave. If it's a laptop, just put the cable and plug, it will detect. Have an antivirus so that, you can keep that hard drive to itself. Then run this tool. Everything will be decrypted and you'll be able to have your system back. Now, assuming that most of these tools, if you have a tool that is not an exe file, an ISO, and you need to burn it, there's a tool that is called Magic ISO. I have it in my computer, so just click on it's here on my computer. This is the tool. So what you now need to do is for you to go to where you have burn CD/DVD. Can you see this tool? Burn CD/DVD with ISO. So click on that. Then click on this. Pick up the ISO file wherever it's saved on the computer. When you pick it up, you now choose a write speed. Then you burn it. Burn it to a blank CD or a DVD. Then use that tool. Follow the same steps I took you through on how you can boot from your drive. Boot the computer with that tool and run the tool from your boot menu. And before you know it, your computer is back, kicking and running. If you have issues with ransomware, I'm available. I'm available. Contact me on my phone number, my email, or Facebook page, or however it is, and I will see how I can assist you. Thank you for being with me. I'm going to end there for today. I've already taken a whole lot of time for ransomware alone, but I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. So I'll see you again next time. Thank you for today. Well, I want to thank you for being with me today on Every Day with Your Computer. I believe that you learned something. Ransomware has been on for some time, and it has really made life miserable for a lot of companies. You know, they hijack your information, hijack your data, encrypt everything, and you can't work. Especially if your computer has so much information, it can be very debilitating to you. So what you have learned today will go a long way to assist you. If you have any questions concerning what I have talked to you about today, please, my phone number has been on the screen all the while. You can get in touch with me and we'll see how we can help you with whatever you have as a question or an inquiry. And for those of you that donated, for those of you that have been donating, I want to thank you and I want to let you know that you are a blessing. We will be back next week, same time, same station. Between now and then, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube as the handle scrolls on the screen. Look at what we have been doing previously. And this same video, go over it again and again, follow through the steps that we have taken you through. And believe me, you are on your way to being kept safe from ransomware or being delivered from ransomware. So thank you for being with me and see you again next time.